Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Jeff Cook from Beneficial Benefits, LLC. I am the Vice President and Director of U.S. Operations, and we are less than 1 week away from launch. And this is the very first video of a series of videos that we'll be doing to, really acclimate you to the benefits world that is Beneficial Benefits. And I'm very proud to tell you that we have 3 exciting packages that we're going to be introducing to you through Beneficial Benefits. I really want to introduce you to a brand new concept. This is something completely different than doctor care to telemedicine to anything else that we're talking about. This really has to do with saving on prescription level. Now, we all know of prescription cards. You may go to your pharmacy and they may have a prescription card. It may be underwritten by Cigna, maybe Humana, it may be United Healthcare. Now, even AARP has one, and no disregard to anyone here. They are all subsidized by a different company. Well, everybody talks about transparency. And what transparency means in the prescription and pharmacy world is a formulation agreement. In other words, there's a formulation agreement between the formulators and the card holders. Usually with an insurance company, that is brought up to a sustainable level as far as profit is concerned before it even makes it to the Walgreens or the Walmarts or the CVS's of the world. Well, the only issue with that is the co-pays. You will see them at $8, $10. You might see them 15 or 20. You have your Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. The problem with 2015 is that for the first time we're starting to see insurance plans with prescription plan deductibles. And it's not uncommon now to be able to find $500 deductibles per person, $1,250 max. And if you want to save some money, it even goes higher than that. That information came to me from my accountant, who does well over 4,000 tax preparations, not only for individuals, but for corporations and companies. And they've had to save money. So here's what's happened in the Affordable Care Act this year. As the cost of the premiums have gone up, and you've seen them with open enrollment or maybe an employer enrollment, the benefits have actually gone down. So where we had perhaps a small amount of difference between the cost that you paid and the benefits, now is a broad gap. And that's going to get worse for 2016. So what do you do about that? Okay, well, yeah, you can go out and get the free pharmacy cards and hope to save some money. But at the same time, last year, generic medications went up for the first time in a long time. We're not talking a small increase. We're talking a gigantic increase. Now, what's a person to do when that happens? Already this year, there are 13% more prescriptions filled in the first quarter of 2015 than there's ever been before. That was an Associated Press article that came out a week ago. So, prescription use is high. We have deductibles. People are having to pay close to full price or full price before they get into the co-insurance. How are you going to save your money? Well, I'd like to introduce you right now to a pharmacy market buster. This is called the Beneficial Benefits Prescription Savings Card. Now, unlike other savings cards that you have seen perhaps in the past, this particular one allows you to be able to tell how to use it just on the website alone. Right up here at the top of any one of our cards is a web address. Okay, if you get this from one of our brokers, it may be specific for our broker. It also has to do with us. Okay, so on this particular one, I'm reading it out, and it's www.rxcut.com/B2B. Well, I happen to have that right now on my other screen, and I'm going to switch to that right now. And there you see it right now. We have what we call the prescription savings card website, just so you can get an idea and see exactly what we're talking about. Now, this happens to be a beneficial benefits. You notice that the logo is right there. Pharmacy Savings Program. You can get your free card through the website. These cards that I just showed you, like this one right here, is absolutely free, and it has all of the description on how to use it. All the instructions right on the very back. But you can also search lowest prices at your local pharmacies. When have you ever been able to do that? Usually you have one pharmacy, and in the process of having one pharmacy, you use that pharmacy. Do you know that you're getting the best price? Well, no, you don't. Unfortunately, you don't. So today we're going to look at how we use this program. Okay? So the very first thing we're going to do now here, we could obtain our free card now. We could search for the lowest price. We could save at the pharmacy. Those are steps 1, 2, and 3. I'm already going to take you to the 2. Search for the lowest price because I happen to have this card. Search lowest prices at local pharmacies. So as this continues and gives us another screen, and we'll move that right back over to there. Okay? And what you have here is you can put any type of formulation that you're using. Take a prescription that you're using. Okay, high blood pressure is something that a lot of people have. So lisinopril happens to be a very common high blood pressure product. And it's a 30-day product. So all we have to do right now is type in the first 3 letters of lisinopril. Now, take a look. Helps if I spell it right. There we go. Lisinopril. Notice it says right down here, medication name, lisinopril. I'm going to select that. Now, look at all of my options now. We have a 10 milligram tablet. And this tells you whether it's generic or brand. Difference is generic is going to save you money. The brand is going to be higher price. Remember I said tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Generic, if it's available, doctors are going to prescribe you generic if generic's available. Well, let's go with a common one. That's a 20 milligram tablet. So let's select this. Now, on this it says, how many days is your prescription for? Well, normally it's always 30 days. How many tablets do you take each day? 1 in the morning. Add this medication and quantity to the list. So I'm going to click on that right now, and it's on the list. So you see lisinopril 20 milligram tablet, generic 30X. Now let's look at our postal code or address. All right, well, postal zip code is the best way to go it. I happen to live in 64118. That's the Kansas City, Missouri metro area. 64118. And I can check 10 pharmacies. I'm going to go and click on those, and notice it already happened. All right, look at this. This tells me from the lowest to the highest within 10 pharmacies. Walmart Pharmacy is at $7.30. Okay, now what do these mean? This right here means you can have a drive-through service or you have local deliveries. That's also great to know, especially the older we get. Hy-Vee Pharmacy is number 2, has the same thing. It's $7.95. There's another Hy-Vee Pharmacy. Well, you're going to find Hy-Vees are the same no matter where you go. Okay? $7.95, and they have both. Walgreens is $8.45. And notice that straight across the board. CVS Pharmacy, what does this mean? It's 24/7. CVS Pharmacy is $12.95. And it goes all the way down. So let's look at that again. Walmart Pharmacy, $7.30 as a low. Hy-Vee is second at $7.95. Hy-Vee happens to be a food store chain out of Des Moines, Iowa, that is in 8 different states and is considered one of the cream of the crops and number 6 when it comes to grocery store chains. And it's very, very good. Pharmacy in every single Hy-Vee. Okay, CVS Pharmacy, I think we've heard all of that. But look at the difference. $7.30 all to $12.95. So why is it different between each and every one of them? To them, the cost is the same because this agreement is only with the formulators. That's why this is a pharmacy market buster. It doesn't go from the formulators, then marked up by the insurance company, then marked up at whatever pharmacy you're using. It's formulator straight to the pharmacy. And Walmart, what you're seeing there is what their markup is total, and it's $7.30 for the whole thing. Hy-Vee Pharmacy happens to be another 65 cents higher, another 50 cents higher for Walgreens, and then we jump all the way to $4.50 higher for CVS. That is a great tool. Let's take another look at one. Okay, and I'm going to close this window here for a second. I'm going to go to search again, and let's look at alprazolam. A lot of people today happen to be on Xanax. Well, the Xanax generic is called alprazolam. So let's go to alprazolam. A-L-P-R-A-Z. And again, it helps if I type right, P-R-A-Z-A. And there's alprazolam. Sorry for the delay on that, folks. So I'm going to select that one. All right, now there's various alprazolams. Probably one of the most common ones you'll see are the 0.5 milligram tablets. So select that one. Okay, I'm going to add that to the list. How many days is it for? 30. Let's say it's 2 tablets a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Now I'm going to take out lisinopril because we already know what the cost is of lisinopril. So I'm going to X that out, but I'm going to add the quantity of alprazolam to my search. I'm at 64118, 10 pharmacies. Let's look at the search. And it starts at $11.77 at Walmart. $12.42 at Hy-Vee Pharmacy, $15.29 down at Walgreens, $16.68 at CVS. This is how you can use the pharmacy card. The idea of this particular card, unlike any other ones that you have ever seen, is again, there's no insurance company involved in the middle of this. That means that you don't have an insurance company that is sitting there and saying, we won't allow you to have that dosage. If the doctor prescribes you that dosage, this is going to allow you to have that dosage. That is another common thing that we're seeing now with the Affordable Care Act, where insurance companies are dictating what dosage you can use. So with this Pharmacy Market Buster program, what your doctor prescribes is exactly what you're going to get at exactly that cost. There's nothing like taking one of these cards to CVS, to Hy-Vee, to Walgreens, whatever, and have them take a look at that number right there. You see that right there? That means that they're going to look it up. There's a 1-800 number, a toll-free number right at the very bottom, and you're going to pay exactly what is on that screen. That is the introduction to the card. This is great for corporations that have part-time workers that either don't have any type of insurance coverage or extremely limited. These are for small companies that can't afford the insurance benefits. Maybe you're at the 50 or under mark. Remember, this year in 2015 in the Affordable Care Act, it's businesses of 100 full-time employees or more. 70% of them must be covered by insurance plans. And being covered by your spouses does count. Okay? So we're seeing a lot of people reduce to part-time hours to get past that. Next year in 2016, it's from 50 and above, and it is 95% of that number, minus 50. So if it's 250 minus 50 equals 200, 95% of those folks that are full-time employees, we call them FTEs. If they're full-time employees, they have to have insurance, or there's a daily penalty for non-compliance. Not a one-time penalty. It is a daily penalty for non-compliance. This right here is a perfect way to be able to take care of your part-time workers. So my name is Jeff Cook. This is tutorage number 1 for beneficial benefits. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Teladoc and how Teladoc and telemedicine has really revolutionized the world, and how you can be triaged over the phone properly, which is 95% of the time where you don't have to go to a hospital or literally have to see your doc. It's not designed to replace your doc, but you can call at any time of the day, any time of the night, 365 days a year. Think about that sick child. Think about the missing work you might have if you have a sick child. Tomorrow we're going to talk about Teladoc and how you pay zero copay, by triage by a doctor, and have that prescription called in to the pharmacy of your choice. For all of us at Beneficial Benefits, thank you for module number 1. And this is Jeff Cook saying so long, and we'll talk about Teladoc on the next video. Take care now.